Welcome back to the Litchfield, Michigan shops of Jason Blond, the world record holder at Bristol Motor Speedway. Jason, thanks for having us today. Now this car here, I assume, this is your Bristol car right here. This is the one we're going to see on the big half mile for the great race.
Definitely, this is our primary car. We got their Mopar motor in here from Gertie engine, Diablo chassis. And as over here, we got two Gertie engines. One will be in our backup car, just in case something goes on. Hopefully nothing happens like it has in the past, but we got two Gerties here ready to go.
Typically, horsepower rating on a sprint car engine, what do we typically see?
Well, we're looking at 850 to 875.
Run on methanol fuel?
Yep, methanol.
And how long are they good before they have to be freshened, before they have to be rebuilt?
Typically we can get 15 races, you know, maybe 20. Depends on how big a tracks. If we got all Bristol tracks, it'd probably be 10. So.
Is Bristol harder on an engine by its nature?
Definitely, because you're turning 8,000 RPMs nonstop. So it's a lot harder on the motors. Where a small track, you're on and off the gas, where it don't really make much difference.
Now I noticed you had another car back here. Tell us about that.
Okay, this is our brand new Diablo. It's we got 2 weeks to get it together. Hopefully we have it ready for a backup car.
Spare car for Bristol.
Backup spare car, yep. And possibly, depending on how many cars we get, we might put my crew chief in there to see if he can make the show.
Well, tell us about your crew.
And this is Roger Arno. He's been with me since I started, pretty much. Nicknamed Rhino. Jamie Campbell just started out a couple years ago, and truck driver / tire changer. He does it all, fabricating. So definitely, without these guys, we wouldn't be at the track.
With a full crew, starting from scratch with a frame like this, how long does it take to have a roller ready to race?
Well, if you have all the parts ready to bolt on, we could have it done in 2 to 3 days. But it's about fitting the parts, getting the parts. It takes quite a bit of fitting, and that's the big time issue.
When you build a brand new car and you take it to a racetrack, do you have to take some of the rough edges off of it for the very first time? Can you get pretty close with a brand new car?
Yeah, definitely. We should be able to take our setup off the primary car and put it right on this car, and it should be really close. Unless our Planet Green car, I don't know if you remember watching me earlier this year, didn't work as good. We had the same setup as this car, and it was totally opposite. It didn't work at all.
Do you find that with different cars, they have personalities, or just even though they're built the same to the same dimensions, they're a little different?
Oh, definitely. Every car is different. Definitely.
And so this car here is ready. This one you got a lot of work to do, and you burn a lot of late night oil. And what's it typically a schedule here at the shop?
Well, we work from 8 o'clock till 4 o'clock, and then 5 o'clock everybody gets here after dinner, and sometimes the wife Jennifer cooks us dinner and brings it out here for all the crew, and sometimes right here at 10 o'clock to 12 o'clock at night, depends on how much we got to get done.
So I assume that this is where there's a little bit of camaraderie, where you really get to work together and find out if people are compatible in that environment. Definitely
a lot of camaraderie, and definitely have a lot of fun. As many cars as we had to build the last couple of years, we got to keep it fun, and thanks to Jamie here, he keeps it really fun. The girls love him. They're out here with the wrenches and working, and it's definitely a cool deal, a lot of family fun.
Well, racing's always been a family affair, and that's really the case here at the Jason Blond Race Shop. Great to see these bio-based sprint cars. Going to be a big, big day at Bristol, and it's going to be a lot of fun, not just for Jason and his crew, but the whole fam-damly, as they say.